People are rarely successful unless they enjoy what they are doing. There are 4 ways, and only 4 ways, in which we have contact with the world. We are evaluated and classified by these 4 contacts: what we do, how we look, what we say, and how we say it. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Most of us have more courage than we think. Fear is not for those who argue, but for those who avoid. For better or worse, you must play your own instrument in the orchestra of life. Take a chance. All life is a chance. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Success is getting what you want, and happiness is wanting what you get. Many people think that if they were only in some other place or had some other job, they would be happy. Well, that is doubtful. So get as much happiness out of what you are doing as you can, and don't put off being happy until some future date. It isn't what you have or who you are or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Fear not those who argue, but those who dodge. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are 2 of the surest stepping stones to success. Did you ever see an unhappy horse? Did you ever see a bird that had the blues? One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions. It is governed by our mental attitude. If you do good to someone, don't remember it. If someone does good to you, or forget it. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. Only if people, always anxious about their obligations, think how much wealth they have, will they stop worrying about themselves. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. The person who seeks all their applause from outside has their happiness in others' keeping. Act enthusiastic, and you will be enthusiastic. Don't be afraid to give your best to what seemingly are small jobs. Every time you conquer one, it makes you that much stronger. If you do the little jobs well, the big ones will tend to take care of themselves. The only way to get the most from an argument is to avoid the debate itself. Regretting your current state is not only a waste of energy, but also bad habits you may have had. There is only one way to get anyone to do anything, that is to make other people want to do it. Make it your chance. Life is an opportunity. The person who goes the farthest is generally the one who wants and dares to do something. You can make more friends in 2 months by showing interest in other people than you tried to make friends in 2 years by getting people to you. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. First, ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then prepare to accept it. Then proceed to improve on the worst. People are seldom successful unless they do what they choose with glee. Igniting enthusiasm, sustained by common sense and perseverance, are qualities that often lead to success. You will never achieve true success until you like what you are doing. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seems to be no hope at all. The person who is successful will take advantage of the mistakes he made and will try again to do it in a different way. A person is rarely successful unless he is happy with what he is doing. If you want to be enthusiastic, act with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm can ignite the fire of confidence in our abilities and increase our self-confidence. If you do something for someone else, never remember. If someone does something for you, never forget. If you want to collect honey, don't kick it over the beehive. If you want to conquer fear, don't just sit back and think about it. Go on and do what you fear. We all have possibilities that we don't know. We can do things we never dreamed we could do. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seems to be no hope at all. The way to a person's heart is to talk to him about the things he values most. The more I am kind to others, the better off other people will be to you. All the difficulties I have experienced all this time are the result of wanting to forge myself according to other people's personality plaques, which do not match me at all. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. Successful people benefit from mistakes they make and then try again. Each nation feels superior to other nations. That breeds patriotism and wars. Count what is in you and not what you have not got. Remember that happiness does not depend on who you are and what you have. It just depends on what you think. It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. The ideas I speak are not mine. I borrowed it from Socrates. I got it from Chesterfield. I stole it from Jesus, and I wrote it in a book. If you don't like the rules they express, whose rules do you use? The real opportunity for success lies within the person and not in the job. Nothing else can inspire and strengthen people's hearts but words of appreciation. Talk about your own shame before criticizing others. The only way we can get affection is not to demand that we be loved, but start giving affection to others without expecting anything in return. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that we all tend to delay life. We all dream of several rose gardens above the horizon instead of enjoying the roses blooming outside our windows today. What's right, not who's right, that's what matters. The future must be thought about carefully, but must not be accompanied by worrying about tomorrow. Many important successes in the world have been achieved by those who keep trying even though they seem hopeless. Anyone can criticize, and complain, but only people with character can control themselves to understand and forgive. Time and again, history has been changed by people who had the desire and ability to pass on their beliefs and emotions to their listeners. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and despair. When people who are worried about their shortcomings will be grateful for the wealth they have, they will stop worrying. Courage is the measure of a great soul. Be a person with a big heart. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in someone other than you can 2 years by trying to get other people to be attracted to you. Happiness and unhappiness do not come from what you have, nor do you come from who you are or what you do. Happy and unhappy come from your mind. Really try to see things from the other person's point of view. If you want to overcome fear, don't just sit around and think about it. Go on and do something. We dream of a magical rose garden beyond the horizon, when we should be able to enjoy the beautiful roses that are blooming today outside our windows. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. Build success from failure. Despair and failure are the 2 best stepping stones to success. Many important successes in the world have been achieved by those who keep trying even though they seem hopeless. Instead of worrying about what people say of you, why not spend time trying to accomplish something they will admire? If you can't sleep, get up and do something instead of lying down worrying about yourself. Worry is what keeps you awake, not sleeplessness. Man refuses too much, negotiates too much, travels to rarely, regrets to much, and seldom does his work with great zeal, but is content with mediocre success. If you believe in what you are doing, nothing will hinder your work. Much of the world's best work has been done against the seeming impossibility. The point is that the job is done. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. The expression a woman has on her face is more important than the clothes she wears. The people who travel the farthest are generally the ones who are willing to do it and who dare. The sure thing is that the boat will never be far from shore. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit at home and think about it. Get out there and get busy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and comment. God bless you guys.